The lights dimmed in the packed comedy club, the crowd buzzing with excitement. Tonight was no ordinary night, it was the highly anticipated roast battle between two comedy heavyweights, Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx. Kevin strutted onto the stage first, his trademark energy radiating off him like a supernova. "Y'all ready for this?" he shouted, the audience erupting into cheers. "Tonight, I'm gonna show Jamie what it means to be roasted." Jamie, ever the cool cat, followed with a swagger that only he could pull off. He grinned at the crowd, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Oh, Kevin. You're like a human firework, loud and colorful, but you always fizzle out before the big finish." The audience howled with laughter as Kevin shot back. "Jamie, man, you're like a fine wine, aged, expensive, and way too easy to spill." He pointed dramatically, earning another round of applause. Jamie wasn't fazed. "And you, Kevin, are like a puppy, everyone loves you, but they don't take you seriously." He leaned forward, letting his words hang in the air for a moment before the laughter peaked. The roasts escalated. Kevin took aim at Jamie's multitude of talents. "Jamie, you're an actor, a singer, a comedian, is there anything you can't do?" "Oh right, stay relevant without using my name." The crowd erupted, but Jamie had his comeback ready. "At least I'm not trying to sell my life story to the highest bidder. If I wanted to hear about someone's midlife crisis, I'd just call my doctor." The banter flowed effortlessly, each joke sharper than the last. Kevin went for the jugular. "Jamie, you're so versatile that even your hairline can't decide where to go." The audience roared, and Jamie feigned horror. "Kevin, please. If you had any more energy, you'd need a license. Just because you can jump around doesn't mean you can reach my level." Jamie retorted, doing a playful little hop in place, eliciting more laughter. Finally, they reached the climax of the showdown. Kevin leaned in, voice dripping with mock sincerity. "Jamie, you know I love you, but your last movie? I mean, I laughed, but I also cried because it was so bad." With perfect timing, Jamie shot back, "Kevin, I can't even take your films seriously. They're like diet soda, sweet and fizzy but leave a bad aftertaste." In a surprising turn, they both stepped back and raised their hands, signaling the end of the battle. "You know what, Jamie?" Kevin said, grinning wide. "I wouldn't want to roast anyone else." "Same here, Kevin," Jamie replied, extending his hand for a shake. "You're the only one I'd let roast me like this and live to tell the tale." "All right, folks," Kevin said, still catching his breath. "Let's keep this party going. Who's ready for round two?" Jamie, ever the showman, took center stage. "You know, I was just thinking, Kevin and I could start a podcast. Call it Roast and Toast or something." He glanced at Kevin, who nodded enthusiastically. "Exactly. We'd be the first comedy duo to roast each other while sipping tea," Kevin added, mimicking a posh British accent, making the crowd laugh even harder. Jamie shared a story from his early career, recalling a particularly rough gig where he bombed spectacularly. "I got off stage and thought, wow, I might need to rethink this whole comedy thing. But then I saw Kevin in the back, and I realized I could always just be the not as funny guy next to him." Kevin feigned offense, holding his heart. "Man, you can't drop a bomb like that and expect me not to react. That's like saying I love you and then breaking my heart on stage." He paused for effect, letting the crowd simmer in anticipation. "But I appreciate you, Jamie. Without you, I'd just be, well, a slightly taller guy who's too loud." The laughter spilled over, and Jamie continued, "And without you, I'd just be, well, the guy who sometimes forgets his lines but still tries to sing Blame It at karaoke." Kevin shared how he admired Jamie's ability to juggle so many roles, actor, musician, producer. "You're like a Swiss Army knife of talent, bro. You can do it all. And I'm just here trying to figure out how to tie my own shoes without falling. And I'm just here trying to figure out how to keep up with your energy." Jamie replied, leaning against the mic stand for support. seriously, man, I feel like I'm in a marathon every time we hang out. A young woman took the stage, her nerves visible, but she squared her shoulders. Kevin, you're like a chihuahua, always barking but never really intimidating. The crowd roared, and Kevin put his hands up in mock defeat. I see you, girl. But just remember, chihuahuas bite. Then it was Jamie's turn. A guy in the front row yelled, Jamie, you're so old, your birth certificate says expired. With a dramatic gasp, Jamie clutched his chest. Man, that's harsh. But if I'm expired, then what does that make Kevin? He's like the milk that's been sitting in the fridge too long. Kevin feigned horror and clutched his sides, laughing. Hey, at least I'm still good for something. You know, man, Kevin said, his tone shifting slightly, this is why we do what we do. To bring people together, to make them laugh, to just have a good time. Jamie nodded, his expression serious for a moment. Absolutely. Comedy isn't just about the laughs, it's about connection. And tonight, we've connected with all these amazing people. They turned to the audience, both speaking in unison. Thank you for being part of our roast battle. Backstage, they high-fived, both still buzzing from the night's energy. Let's do this again, Jamie said, grinning. Maybe next time I'll actually prepare some material. Kevin laughed, and I'll bring my A-game. Just don't forget, this is my domain. They both chuckled, knowing that their friendly rivalry would continue to fuel their comedy careers for years to come.